Okay, well, good evening for me actually right now. I don't know if you're watching me in the morning or afternoon, but hope you're having a good one. So, last video we got rained out planting this particular field. Yesterday we went and planted our other 40 acres. Yesterday was July 18th. So we are definitely pushing the envelope, or rolling the dice. This field was less than ideal conditions to be planting, but they don't call it casino crop for nothing. But check this out. See all these little guys? Hey, little fellas, they're popping out of the ground. Okay, in the right light, you can actually roll them. So, good call. I mean, we're happy with the stand so far, as we're seeing. We'll keep you guys up to date to see how the casino crop's doing. This field was planted on the 15th. I probably said in the last video. So. Anyways, we're gonna carry on. The barn reno is going good, so right now I am going to show you a time lapse of us putting up the chicken condo. So we'll see you after the time lapse, and we'll be in the barn. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the montage of them putting this Meccano set together. So we're at the back of the barn. We're gonna have electrical room right here, which is gonna handle obviously all the electricity and everything. My Genius controller, everything. I'll be able to actually, oof, look at this, we gotta wash some of this stuff up. Anyways, construction. So we'll be able to come from the outside, sanitary shoes into here. I'll be able to look at the back of the, I'll be able to look through here. I can also go in through the ag room, which is important. I like to be able to go in through both ways and just check stuff out. So if you're building a barn, normally you put everything at the ag room side, but with renovations and how things go, that's just not how this went. So the back is the front, the front's the back. I go both sides if need be. So anyways, here's the manure drives. Here is our housing system. So it's a 3-tier. There's 3 rows, 3-tier on the outside, and the center row is 4-tier. This is going to maximize my barn space. So normally when you renovate a barn, because these enriched systems are so big, the older barns, well, you can see the roof could be really low. So it's really hard to put this 3-tier system into these older barns. But the way this barn was designed at the peak, it works out good. I can handle more birds in here than I could in previous years. So this is a pretty sweet system. So this is an FDI housing system. So here is the room that they get to run around in. There's going to be a laying nest on the one end. There's going to be a scratch pad for the party area. We have water. The lighting is very particular in here because they want the chickens like it very dim for when they're laying. So as this system comes together, it's going to be pretty fantastic. So we have a pro egg who is installing this system. Jeff is the owner. There is a lot to do in this as you put this together. So actually, if you can see down, you can kind of see it's wavy down there, but if you look right here from, I'll say halfway to the back of the barn, it's pinned straight. So he's got a laser. He spends his time, you know, getting these legs all leveled up. Everything's got to be 100% precise. It's got to be super straight. You only have about 1/8 of an inch that you can be out from one end to the other, because the manure belt, you don't want to, the way it tracks, you don't want it rubbing. So everything's got to be 100% true. If you look here, let's just get a different little angle here. So if you look through, like, everything is perfectly straight this way. Okay, everything is going to be, you know, you look down and there's nothing kilter, you know, everything is perfectly pinstripe straight. It takes a lot of time and effort to install all this kind of equipment. So this is, I think I said this earlier, just said it, enriched system. So that, like, it means it's still a housing system. So you have the old conventional way, which this would have been their housing area and that's it. But now they have, I don't know how many feet that is, but I will get all the information to you by the end of this video. We'll get everything out there that we can. So I've said it before in the past, with the way I am raising my pullets, this is where I have to go, opposed to a floor barn or an aviary housing system, because the pullet barn has to start there. So this is my last barn rental for the enriched, and then in the future, then we'll be looking into either building a new pullet barn, and that's when we will probably decide to go floor or aviary, or we'll see where the industry goes. So it doesn't matter where you are in Canada, there is an egg for you. If you feel that you need to have the omega-3 egg, if you want the floor run egg, or if you just want, this is your most affordable way, like this system here, this is the most affordable egg for you as a consumer, is in this type of system. This is a way nicer system than it was 10 years ago for the bird. So we're trying to make this very healthy for the bird to be in. We're trying to make this healthy for us to be in as the farmer, because some of these barns can be really dusty and dirty if they're on the floor, and I've talked about disease and everything, and we're bringing them up off the floor. Hopefully I'm getting all the right information out for you. If you guys have any questions, please comment down below if I'm not getting it all out there, but keep watching in more videos, because I'm going to explain how this is all going to work. But I think for right now I'm going to take a break. I'm going to watch my big rant, see if I need to add anything to it. And we got the Glencoe tractor pull coming up, so I'm going to turn this camera off up until next week for in the barn stuff, because we're going to make a video of the tractor pull. So you've already seen the tractor pull video. Hope you enjoyed it. This is what I'm doing. We'll be talking with you, well, for you guys in a hot second, but be next week. Okay, we are August 4th. I forget what date I started this video at, but we're gonna end it. A lot's gone on. We're gonna get you up to speed. These are my the egg system, like the egg system. It showed up yesterday. So the eggs are going to go from the egg belt, which is going to be right there. It's going to go onto this part of the conveyor, which is perfectly timed with this part of the conveyor. It'll set it on nicely, and it will go down all the way to the top, and it'll get dropped onto another conveyor, which is going to bring it to the egg room. So that's going to be pretty cool. We'll get video and all that stuff when this stuff is up and running. Here is the manure belt drive. There is the manure belt. Let's go check out what I've been doing. And like I said, it's been a couple weeks since I picked this camera back up, but we're gonna carry on. So what has happened in the last couple weeks? Oh, hold on, let's go back in here for a second. So in this shop, this is our generator. I've talked about upgrading our service, so this is going to be a 400 amp service. So we're gonna have lots of power when that time comes. I don't know if I talked about earlier in the video, but that is one thing we're having issues with, is Hydro 1. long story short is they're saying they can't get me hydro until pretty much after my birds are in. So that's gonna be kind of a sticky situation. We're gonna roll the punches. That's all we can do. So check it out. We have taken all the barn steel off all the way around, took all the insulation out. We're gonna spray foam this whole barn and tighten it up. So that's exciting. Let's get into the barn. So this used to be, back in the day, an old cooler. Now it's going to be the electrical room. I'm going to be able to look out. There's my barn. I'm going to have my Genius controller. Unfortunately, it's a little dark, but we haven't got all the hydro in here yet. Just the old hydro. So in the beginning of the video, I noticed this was just 2x6s. Mike has made nice ramps so we can get carts up and down the aisleway. So that's very nice. The manure is going to fall off these drives. There'll be a manure belt that carries it off to the other barn. He already took this out. But these are the vents that are going in. That's going to allow air to come in to the barn. There's still chimney fans to go in. We got to put those in. Before we end the video, we'll go to the shop and we'll show you what we're talking about. So at the starting of the video, it was just the house. But now we have perches. We have water. Here's the light. The light is supposed to be in the party room. This makes the chickens want to mingle. That's what we want to do. When it's time to lay an egg, they're going to come right here. This is going to be their nest box. So this is actually all going to be covered in. It's a private area. They can do their thing. They particularly like to be private when they're laying an egg. So that's going to be awesome. It's going to roll down. This will be the egg belt. We're going to have to come here early in the morning and find it, because we're going to have to jog this egg belt, because they can actually lay an egg anywhere through the house, but majority of them will get laid here. There might be the odd one that gets laid here, so we'll have a section of eggs that just needs to get jogged throughout the hour. We'll find out. This is all new to me, so you're gonna learn with me of how this is gonna go. So yeah, this is looking awesome. He says we're about 4 weeks away from actually being done. That's gonna be the feeders. The egg, obviously egg collection system's in the shop, not in here. I had some people ask me, how much time is this barn going to save you compared to the old way? To be honest with you, this is not a time saver at all. To be honest with you, this is gonna take more time to do chores. This is gonna take more time to do manure. This barn is going to cost more to run because of all the fans are in here, opposed to being naturally ventilated. So it's not really that economical compared to the other system that was in here. But it is going to be a lot nicer in here to, how's Mike? It's going to be a lot nicer in here to breathe for us, for the bird. So yeah, as for time, so it's going to take 45 minutes, at least twice a week, extra, to take manure out while you're doing chores. I'm hoping, the game plan is just a theory, I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I'm hoping to do 3 times a week, both barns. That way, so this belt that's going to be here, it handles both barns. If I do it 3 times a week, it should be able to handle the amount of manure that I can handle 3 times a week instead of, how am I going to explain this? If I do this barn twice a week and that barn twice a week, that kills 4 days a week doing manure. But if I can do it 3 times a week, both barns at the same time, I'm now saving at least that 45 minutes. And what I want is somebody over on that side anyways, which you'll see when we get it all running. So from this point, I can't go and check the manure storage. You're not supposed to walk outside. In this room, I can go change my boots, go check, blah, blah, blah. And when you're not here, somebody's not over there, that's when things screw up. So we want people around when we're doing manure. And as the birds come in, we'll go over and I'll show you what we're doing and how we're going to do it. Because what I'm telling you right now, you just don't know until you get into it. But yeah, realistically, this is going to be a lot nicer to work in. This is the main benefit of this barn. It's not a time saver, it's not an energy saver, because the energy footprint of this barn compared to the old barn or the old way I was doing it is going to be significantly more. We're going to be running about 14 fans in here opposed to 1 fan. We got actuators going. There's going to be lights are on all the time in here, where with the old barn, I've said when we were redoing it, on a day like today, because it's so nice outside, I would have all of these doors open and you would actually have enough light in here for the birds. So because there's going to be vents in there, that end's going to be closed up. This barn is going to be dark, and the only light that's going to be relied on is the one in the house. So I'm just telling you, hopefully I'm getting this information out to you properly, or you're understanding it, because there's a lot to go over. There's a lot that goes on in my head. I hope I'm getting it out there for you. Just like I said, this barn is going to cost more to run. That's all there is to it. Now, because it is going to be an enriched housing system, I do get paid more for the ag than I do with the conventional housing system. So that is the big benefit of this particular style of barn, is I'm going to get paid more. So that will offset the extra cost that I just told everybody. Like I said, this barn is about the bird, fully about the bird and me. So where the conventional system, let's be honest, this is just a nice, if I'm explaining this to you nice, this is a pretty nice way to live, with all the way they can run, and scratch pads and laying boxes and all that fun stuff. Anyways, let's get to the other farm. We'll just kind of go and check out my fan systems, or the fans we're going to be running in here, and that'll be the end of the video. Well, I hope you guys had a good time at the Glencoe tractor pull. I have a video kind of started. I know at the beginning of the video I said I was going to do the tractor pull video before this one, but some things happened and I just haven't got to it. So anyways, here is our these are going to be chimney fans, so that's going to suck air that way, and those are going to be sticking out there. That's an extension stick out top of the roof, and these are the hats so rain doesn't come in. Sitting over here are, these are going to be circulation fans. So that's just going to be in the barn, and it's going to push air from one end to the other, and it's going to act like a racetrack to keep air flow, air movement. Those run 24/7. What else we got going on here? Okay. Oh, these are those beige vents. These are going to go on the outside as a hood, so birds don't try to fly in, and we can suck air from the bottom to try to keep outside. Just try to keep animals out of the barn. That's the main thing. We don't want animals in there, like other animals that aren't supposed to be there. You know, birds, foxes, weird stuff like that. So that's kind of a wrap. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's been a lot of talking, but that's what we're dealing with. To be honest with you, I've been wanting to show a lot more what we're doing, but it is a lot easier to hop in that tractor, push play, and hit the auto steer button and chit chat and show what's going on, opposed to doing this kind of stuff. It's just physical labor, a lot of sweat, loading, unloading, moving stuff around, trying to keep that work area clean, try to keep things flowing. But as for the barn renovation, it's actually going very smoothly so far, knock on wood. There's always going to be a hiccup. That's just how it is. I'm just ready to deal with that kind of stuff. So make sure you like, subscribe. Peace. Have a good one.